Shut up and sit down.
Hey guys, welcome to Fanscape. I'm your host Jericho, and today we are here with Kronos in a live action roleplay practice. Now, what is this particular group?
So we are part of the Belogarth, which is the sports name. This is the North Cal Darkova realm, located in Cal State East Bay. And we just come here and beat each other with foams, padded with the sticks.
So if I was a new guy coming into this, what would be some of the first things you would teach me involved in this?
So a lot of it is muscle memory, like doing a lot of the fancy movements is not going to help you until you really understand how the sports work. Because we get a lot of people who do fencing and kendo, stuff like that, and then they realize once they start fighting us, there's a lot of things you can apply to the sport because one of the main things is you cannot damage the head. So this is not a legal striking area, and it's usually from the collarbone up.
I appreciate that these are expensive glasses.
So a lot of the kendo stances is to threaten the face, but you can't threaten the face if you're not going to hit it. Fencing is still pretty good because it teaches you a lot of footwork. So you lunge and you get into a person's body, but still you're lunging. Your opponent is not fencing. He can just go around you, light up your back.
And I can.
So a lot of this is coming to practice, learning the muscle memory, getting the hand speed, because a lot of it is speed. Even for a big guy like me, I have to generate speed before power, it's speed, skill, power. So once you get the skill, all you have to make sure is that you're hitting them hard enough.
Now how do you determine the hit,
so
being soft, heavy, and hard?
Usually you want to hear an audible pop. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera.
Oh, yeah.
But the audio, the pop signifies that the weapon hit the person. And there's adrenaline, so they might not feel it. So this is why we have to communicate a lot, and you say like light or something like that. Then you just have to do a lot of the proper body mechanics to generate force. And
basically it. So
yeah.
How do you determine a kill in these kind of combat scenarios?
So typically our kills are either two limbs get chopped. Slashing damage is one form of attack, as well as piercing damage. Piercing damage won't kill a limb, but it can kill a torso, which means that the person is dead. So 2 chopped limbs equals death, or chop to the torso, back. Typically the torso is considered the underwear to the tank top. So your shoulders, all that area.
So I got a question for you. I'm noticing that there's a green tag on both of our weapons. What does this represent?
So the green means that this is striking legal. That this is specifically designed to be able to stab somebody without harming them. Because even though this is foam, there's a solid core here that can tear through the foam and puncture somebody, or at least break a rib. So we have to make these weapons specifically to be able to be stab legal, which is represented by the green tape.
We'll cover that in another scene. So basically, if you stab 2 limbs,
you're still alive.
Still alive. If you kill 2
but
limbs?
now, no, if you stab 2 limbs.
If you stab 2 limbs.
So this limb is disabled and this leg is disabled. So either you take a knee,
like this?
and then, so your stab limb will be dangling from your body, and it can still get hit. Okay. But if you have a chopped limb, and let's say stab leg, even if I hit this arm, you can't call dead arm, so it goes to your torso, but you can call dead leg or pierced leg.
Okay. So I can't hit the same leg over, but I can hit the arm twice, and it would count as 2 limbs.
Because as long as one knee is on the ground, this is basically a shield. Yeah. So most fighters fight like this, with the good leg raised up behind the person, and you're basically protecting from your hip up, and this is just deflecting blows into your dead leg.
Fights like this has got to be pretty intense.
Yeah, it can get pretty intense. And I'm a big guy, so I don't like fighting on my knees. So what I do is called posting. Posting means that you can still hit this leg and it'll count for a slash.
Got it.
So it's like the arm thing, but I don't get to be on my knee. So that's the disadvantage with caring about your joints.
Basically a dead leg.
Especially if you're not wearing knee pads, which we do recommend, as well as hand protection, which I'm not wearing right now.
Alright. And of course, maybe some head protection just in case.
Definitely. Like, we encourage safety gear if you need it. We just ask that you be safe, because with the safety gear, you have to be responsible for the other person's safety as well.
I heard that you guys also have bow and arrows, but we don't have any.
Yeah, we don't have any bows and arrows right now. The closest we have are the javelins, which are projectiles. Of course. Let me get one. So there's a javelin. It can be used as a spear. That's why it has green. And the yellow tape means that it can be thrown. And as long as the point hits the person, it counts. Any other surface, even on the side, won't count. It has to be directly with the point. With these, you can knock them out of the air. So if I throw them at them, you can do that. Arrows, you cannot do that because it's a safety concern. Because the knock can go into somebody's face, which happens a lot. So if you hit an arrow, even though it's possible because our bow poundage is like 35 pounds, you die because you just risk somebody's safety just to hit an arrow.
Yeah.
And then we have things called rocks, which is basically 4 inches of foam in every direction and can only damage the head. Which, let me say, projectiles can hit you in the head. It's the only thing that can hit you in the head and count towards death. So that's why we have helmets.
Head visors.
So this is my rifle.
Cool.
It's made out of armor grade leather, which means it's just thick enough. And this protects me from all projectiles when it hits the helmet and not my face. So I wear it typically like this. As long as it's not hitting my face, it doesn't count.
Pretty nice.
And this one also works mainly for shade when we're fighting at events all day for like 10 hours straight in the sun, because we're nerds like that like to kill ourselves.
So what are the basic kind of fights on? I know right now we're in a practice, we're not in anything official. What are the official ones looking like?
So events are weekend or week-long gatherings where we camp out in a specific area. There's like Battle for the Ring, which is in SoCal in Los Angeles, and that one goes for almost a week straight, so it's 6 days, and it's Martin Luther King weekend.
Nice.
And then we have practices, which is what we're doing today, which is just one day. People show up and fight. So the types of fighting are duels, and then mainly ditch battles, which basically means team deathmatch.
Alright, sweet. And so usually this is just a practice, so otherwise we would be in full attire right now.
Yeah, at practices we don't...
Archery.
Yes. At practice we don't enforce being in garb. Garb means, medieval style clothing or fantasy style clothing, which is, I'm wearing a hakama, which is a Japanese form of martial arts pants.
Oh yeah.
But at events, typically they want you to look the part just to add to the atmosphere. Now, necessarily, most bell events won't really enforce it. There is a sister sport called Dagger here that really focuses on the medieval aspect. So they really want to motivate people to be always in garb, which you can find some people, they're kind of being, what's the term, gate guarding or whatever like that?
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, you don't look the part, so you shouldn't be on the field. But it's a hobby. Just tell them to go fuck themselves. Oh, sorry.
It's YouTube. We can
Go
go away
off.
with 4 of those before they start asking questions.
As long as it's not the event person. And then at the end, you just need basically a t-shirt without modern sewing, so just cut off the sleeves, and then no modern marking, and then you can pretty much wear anything you want on the bottom as long as it's not like neo colored.
I actually heard of an event where somebody had a problem with a girl wearing a bra, and so she decided the bras were fine.
So the main concern with that was that she went to a week-long event called Ragnarok. Ragnarok is the biggest dagger hair event and has been going on since the 60s.
Yeah.
So they had an issue with her wearing a sports bra because, it's like 100 and something. And, there's guys out there without wearing t-shirts and stuff. So she said, I'm just going to wear my sports bra because it's fine. They took issue with that. And this fighter basically said, okay, if you're not going to let me wear my sports bra, then I'm just going to take off my bra because gender equality, they're not wearing their shirt. I don't have to wear my shirt. And then that caused a debate. And in the end, it said that sports bras are fine. And then in states where it's legal to be bare-breasted, it's also fine to be bare-breasted.
Oh, there you go.
In states that are legal. Fighting events in that sense, you have your local practices, and then you have...
Okay, so hey, now that you got everybody here together, what kind of experience are we going to see with the practice?
So when everyone's ready, we can do ditch, which is the main type of form that people enjoy, which is the team deathmatch. So we have as equal number sides on each side, or fight to do.
All right, let's
check that out.
Shut up and sit down.
guys, we had a great practice today. And anything you want to say in closing, sir?
So yeah, this is our sport. You know, we do have role play aspects, but we're mainly full contact. We hit each other for real. This is Belagarth. We have a sister sport that's very similar called Dagger here. Also at our realm, we do Amguard, which is a more live action role play version with actual skills and magic and stuff like that. So Jellicoe here will put all the links in the description that you can check it out for yourself.
Sure will.
And if you're in the area, you're always welcome to come here. We're here at Cal State East Bay every Sunday from 1 p.m. in front of the music building. And come out and fight.
All right. Thank you guys for showing up. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next time here on Fanscape.